Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? This is Easy Drawings. What up? I'm Enrique, and this is we go over comics and things of that sort. So today I'm going to go over how to draw the Flash, kind of a portrait of the Flash, and I'm going to do kind of an inking style. I'm going to be using these three things, and I'm going to go over them as I use them. So for now, I'm going to be using a pencil. It's a regular graphite pencil. This is an Aqua Sketch 6B. I'm just using it to get my line work in. It's not really going to matter in terms of the entire drawing itself, but let's I'm going to be drawing the head right here, and I'm drawing the trapezius, and Flash is going to have little lightning bolts sticking out the side. The eye area as well. I'm kind of putting in the eye, kind of the eye socket, the nose, the face mask goes on angularly. The mouth, I'm probably going to have him do like the side smirk thing, because the Flash is, usually a pretty funny guy. Down to the neck. He's a little bit thinner in the neck than like Superman or Batman. And there we go. Clavicle. So those are the things I'm going to like outline first. I did those very quickly in order to kind of get an idea of what's going on. And so now I'm going to go in with the Artist Loft pen, and that pen is there to, it's an 05, and it's relatively thick. It's very similar to a Micron if you've used those. So let's kind of get in here. I'm going to start with the left eye because then it'll be easier to even them out. I always like them looking a little bit to the right or the left. The reason for that is, again, it gives them a little bit of persona. I feel like without it, they don't really have it. I mean, they do, but I don't want. It kind of looks dead in the eyes if I have them just looking straight forward. You can't really see his eyebrows because it's covered by the mask. Portions of the mask will be just straight lines. I'm not going to push a whole lot of line weight variation in the mask. Nose right here. Wing of the nostril. Right here, wing of the nostril again on the other side. Mask is going over the other side. Go into the other eye. This eye over here. Mask on this side. This pulling it over as well. Kind of pulls back sharply. There's a lot of sharp, like when you look at his face, a lot of people are like, hey, what is the difference between his mask and like let's say Captain America's mask? As far as I've seen other artists draw it, it would be kind of like the angular shapes because you're trying to get that flash, lightning look to even his outfit, you know. When you design these outfits, you're trying to design their personality into it as much as possible, and granted there are limitations because we are dealing with something that's just covering, you know, him. I'm going to try to pull this line stroke here. Did I just say line stroke? I'm going to try to pull that as evenly as I can. It worked out pretty well because I was warmed up, but warm up before you do pull stuff like that. Pulling down. Right here, the philtrum. Top of the lip. Smile. I'm going to actually show his teeth a little bit. Again, like I told you guys before, I like the asymmetry in these. I don't like just straight up symmetry. I think it's a little weird and stagnant. And I'm going to do the outside of the face first. I'm going to make sure these line up. Right here kind of goes around, the mask goes underneath as well, along the edge. I think his jaw's a little bit wider than I'd like. I might pull that in a little bit because I'm going to put some black out there, and you'll see what I'm going to do in a little bit. Cast shadow on his neck. I'm going to put I have to line these up as well. These little bolts are sticking out. I want to make the bolts look a little random, like they are lightning. So even from here, I'm going to try to give it a random look. They're not going to be the same as each other. And right here, the clavicle again. Going back up here to his brow. Again, this is to kind of show form. This particular cross-hatching is to show form on the head. The forehead has a particular shape in the front of it. Even the cheekbone here. His teeth. So I'm just throwing a thicker line to give it the illusion that maybe there is an eyebrow, but there is really no eyebrow here. Putting in more lines because it's starting to, it's not starting to, but it just seems a little bare. So I'm going to throw some more lines around. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here with a kneaded eraser. You need eraser is that squishy eraser, just the best eraser, in my opinion. That's just me. Doesn't mean everyone likes it, but I like it. And I dig it a lot. I think it's fun. Now I'm going to go on over here. This is basically an elaborate Sharpie. It's like the same thing. It's called Art Minds. I sometimes say Artist Minds, Art Minds. And I'm going to go right here and I'm going to trace certain things. And I'm going to create an outer edge, and this is to kind of frame the picture as a stylistic thing. Not something you have to do, but it is something I do sometimes, and I think this high contrast makes it look interesting, you know. High contrast attracts attention. It really calls attention to itself, so you have to be careful what you do it with. Sometimes it's not a good idea to do that. You might end up you know, highlighting something that's not correct. So it's really up to you. It's a little bit harder with this one because he is a little bit hard to because of these ears here, these kind of lightning bolts. Lightning bolts tend to be bright as well, so that white is going to really illuminate them. While I'm doing this, I want to talk to you a little bit about my day, because I'm just filling stuff in right now. I have been creating a program. It's called the 22 Steps to Becoming a Better Artist, and I've been really working on it constantly, which is why I haven't been uploading videos as much on this channel. I guess this channel's always been haphazard, but I'm trying to create a more consistent stuff on it. I want to make this more comic book based, and comics is really something I grew up with. One of my favorite things ever. I love the comic book movies. I always see comic book movies day one, no matter what I think they're going to turn out like. I'll always go see, not even day one, the preview night. You know, they got like that preview night. So now they're making it all early, at least over here in the States. They're making it all early now. Now it's like, it used to be like midnight movie before the official release day. And now what it's becoming, it's kind of becoming like 7 at night before the release day. You know, no more that midnight. I mean, it's still midnight showing, but I'm just like, wow, it's like super early. Kind of the way they had Black Friday over here, which is when they go shopping the day after Thanksgiving in November. They used to have Black Friday, but then they're moving it back to Thursday, which is crazy because people were trying to beat others out sooner and sooner. I guess that only works for a little bit, and then it kind of maxes out, I'm assuming. I wonder if it's like that with the movies as well. They're showing it like midnight movie, that's good, but we'll make more money if we release it like at 7 in the afternoon, while people right after people get out of work, or people can actually go comfortably. You know what I mean? People must have work Thursday night or Wednesday night at midnight. And there's a lot of different theaters around here that do those midnight movies, but I tend to go to this theater kind of out in the middle of nowhere because I know nobody's going to be there, and there's like no line. And I'm in a big city too. I'm in San Diego, so there tends to be there tends to be a lot of people everywhere, you know, at all these screenings. So that's why I kind of seek out theaters that are a little bit alone, so I can just go there day one. I don't like the big crowds. I don't like, unless I'm watching a very specific funny horror movie, I don't like giant crowds, like, whoa, like all that audience stuff. I'm like, I just want to see the movie, you know? Just want to see the movie. That's it. Don't care about the reaction of the audience. If anything, the reaction of the audience, sometimes they're good, but they can actually screw up the movie for me a little bit. I can't really see it objectively. I'll see there was like clapping or doing goofy stuff like that, and that can be fun. Like I said, if I'm watching a horror movie, I'll do that, but not if I'm watching, you know, the Avengers or something like that. I'd rather just kind of, I would rather watch it at home, but I watch in the theater because, well, it looks good in the theater, but you know, I'd rather watch it like in a half-empty theater. Not completely empty. Half empty is good. Completely empty would be kind of spooky. Okay, now we take a quick look at them. We framed them out pretty well. I'm going to put some darks. Let me see. I'm going to throw some darks in here. Probably around this area. Well, let me just darken this area up. And I want to create probably some dark ridges here. This one's about to die. I'm going to have to switch this one out pretty soon. This artist loft. I want to have it carry up a little bit here. But not too much. I don't want to call it too much attention to itself. Just a little bit here. I want there to be some dark shapes in here. Just some. Easy stuff would be like the eye, you know, the shadow from the eyelid to the eye. That'd be very easy to call attention to itself, to that area. And just something to carry through. Nothing too big. Teeth a little bit there. Anyways, oh yeah, I'm gonna close this gap a little bit here. Pull his jaw a tiny bit. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Please write down, maybe make a request or share the video. If you do make a request, share this video somewhere. You know, share it like Facebook, and that'll be awesome. Still working on it, I guess. Okay, thanks a lot, guys. I'll see you. Bye.